Hello and welcome back to Jacubication. This video is going to be a quick introduction to the Python programming language. Hello world and running code. To run Python code on Windows, run hello.py. To run Python code on Mac or Linux, run python hello.py. This code below just prints hello world to the screen. Comments. Little notes to yourself about what the code is doing. A single line comment, you just hashtag and then write your comment. A multi-line comment, you do triple quotes and then your comment on multiple lines. Variable declaration and assignment. Declaration is making a variable exist. Assignment is giving the variable a value. In Python, these both have to be the same step. var name equals value is the general format. You don't have to explicitly declare a type in Python. Examples of types: int, float, stir, bool. Math. Python supports the four main math operators you're already familiar with: plus, minus, multiply, divide. It also supports exponentiation or star. Also, modulus, which is the remainder operator, which returns the remainder of a division problem. In this example, a equals 2 plus 3, 5, b equals 5 minus 3, 2, c equals 3 times 2, 6, d equals 8 divided by 2, 4, e equals 2 to the third power, which is 8, and then finally f equals 1 mod 3, which the answer is 1, because when you do 1 divided by 3, you get a remainder of 1. Operation and assign operators. The general format is variable operator equals value. X plus equals 5. Read as add 5 to x. Examples of operators: plus equals, minus equals, times equals, divide equals, modulus equals, exponentiation equals. Increment, decrement, shorthand. Plus or minus. Feature in other languages, not in Python. Comparison operators. Has the couple you know from math. A greater than b. Value is true if a greater than b. A greater than or equal to b. Value is true if a greater than or equal to b. A less than b, value is true if a less than b. A less than or equal to b, value is true if a less than or equal to b. A few operators exclusive to programming. A equals b, value is true if a is equal to b. A doesn't equal b, value is true if a doesn't equal b. Logical operators joins together values that are true or false. Examples of operators: and, value is true if both values are true. Or, value is false only if both values are false. Not, change a true to a false and a false to a true. If statements allows you to operate code under certain conditions. Elif allows you to take multiple different paths. Else can be used whenever if and else if above it has evaluated false. So in this code you have x equals 5. If x less than 0, you print out negative. If x greater than 0, you print out positive. Else you print out 0. X is greater than 0, so in this case you'd print out positive. For loops and while loops. For loops are for a known amount of times where you want to do something over and over. While loops are for an unknown amount of times where you want to do something over and over. In the for loop example, for I in range 10, that prints high 10 times. And in the while loop example, counter equals 0, num times equals 2. While counter less than num times, you print high. Counter will be 0, and then 1, and then it won't be less than num times, so you'll print high 2 times. Assuming in that example, there's code I've cut out where you increment the counter. Functions. Name pieces of code that have inputs and outputs. The general format is def func name argument 1 argument 2. So in this case def add num1 num2, and then this is the add function where you return the sum of num1 and num2. Lists, an ordered sequence of values of the same type, similar to the concept from other programming languages. Arrays. It's different though because it grows by itself past a set size. Access the list's length with len of listvar. In this example, you have the coins example, where you have 11 pennies, 22 nickels, 33 dimes, and 44 quarters, and then you have the values of those pieces of currency. And then you have a loop where you go through the slots one by one and multiply the values together. So in the 0th slot, you multiply together the pennies by their value. In the first slot, you multiply the nickels by their value, and then you get to a final total of how much money you have. Dictionaries, an unordered sequence of unique keys mapped to values. Example, mapping programming languages to ages. So C is 50 years old, C++ is 37 years old, Python is 31 years old, and Java's age is 27 years old. To access the dictionary, you just do the name of the dictionary, square brackets, and then the name of the key you want to access. So Java's age is 27. Ciao.